today's video, we're going to be going over how to resolve the pop-up take-up lever on your embroidery machine. To begin, we're going to be starting off by cutting your threads from the lower tension knob area. We've already did it on this side. And we're going to be removing the 2 Phillips screws that are on the gray cover. Once you have the cover off, we can see that we have the pop-up take-up lever on needle number 10 right over here. So what we have to do is we have to get the machine over to needle number 1. Now to do this, most likely you're going to have the machine already set to 100 degrees and you won't be able to use your color change features on the control panel. We're going to be engaging the emergency stop button only for the 10S panel. The reason we're doing this is to make sure that when we're rotating the main axis dial using a number 6, the motors are not giving us any type of resistance. If you have a 7S or an 8S panel, you do not need to do this step. But for the 10S panel, the emergency stop button here is on this right side. Just simply push it in and you're going to get a message on the screen. Now that you have the emergency stop button engaged, we're going to go over to the left hand side of the main axis dial right over here. You're going to be inserting your number 6 Allen key. When you're rotating the key, you want to go counterclockwise. What you're looking for is to make sure that your take-up lever drops down to the same height as your other levers, as well as your reciprocator. The reciprocator is going to be located on this right channel right over here. This simply engages the needle that you're on right now. We want to make sure there's enough clearance, that way we can rotate the red knob to get over to needle number 1. So if I start rotating the main axis dial counterclockwise, in this step we have our lever leveled, but our needle is in the down position. So what we need to do is continue going counterclockwise in order for the needle to rise, as well as double check that our lever still stays in the same height. So as I'm rotating it, there's going to be a spot where the needle will be up as well as the level. Right there. Now that we have the needle high and we have the take-up lever aligned, our reciprocator is also in a good spot that is in between the upper dead end point. So now we can use the red knob to head over to needle number 1. And we'll be doing this by going to the right side of your machine. Right over here, you're going to have your dial. You're simply rotating it clockwise, or I should say counterclockwise here, to go to needle number 1. Now that we have reached the end of the machine here by needle number 1, we're going to be locating the Allen key screw located all the way towards the back of the machine. It's going to be a black 3mm Allen key screw facing you. If you cannot see the screw, it means that you may need to rotate the red color change knob all the way until you reach the end, and then the screw will be visible towards you. Once you see that screw, you're going to use your 3-handle Allen key to simply crack the screw loose. We want to go ahead and crack it loose by going counterclockwise. This is going to release the tension of the take-up lever. Now that we have it loose, we want to simply make sure that when we align it up, it's going to match the same height as the others. So before you tighten it, what I always like to recommend is to check that you're still at 100 degrees with your main axis dial located on the left-hand side. In this cubby, you're going to see that number that we're on. If it says 100, you're good to go to match the lever height and tighten the screw. Now that we have this one pretty tight, we want to make sure that it's nice and snug. We don't want to over tighten the screw in case we strip it out. So now that we have this one in position, we're going to take off our Allen key screw. Our levers are still lined up. What we're going to do now is release the emergency stop button by gently rotating the red knob clockwise. The message will disappear on the screen. And we're going to make sure that we're on needle number 1 in black. If it shows that we're in red, all we have to do is simply gently rotate the color change red knob until it shows it's to black. From here, all we have to do now is press the reset 100 button located here on this side. And it's going to engage our main axis dial, and our take-up lever is still lined up. Now we can test our color change features to make sure that we did the adjustment correctly. We're going to go to our needle selection screen and we're going to head over to another needle number. We're going to go to 10 in this example. And we're going to hit the main axis dial to make sure our lever still stays up in the same position as the rest. We'll do that a few times just to be safe. Looks pretty good. Now that we tested the machine, we're gonna be reinstalling the take-up lever cover. We're gonna slide it through this opening here and reattaching the Phillips screws, one on the right, one on the left. Once we have those screws intact, we're gonna slide our Rokoma logo with the magnet, and then we can rethread our machine. From here, you have successfully adjusted the pop-up take-up lever on your machine.